Irish 3-1. What does that mean? You're back for version 5 of the 2017 Jersey Shore Notre Dame football update. My name's Scott Mankin. I'm the only host. Let's get it going. Flashback last week. Final score against Michigan State. Big Irish win 38-18. Jersey Shore update predicted 34-16. That's why you watch. It's the jewels that come out of these little videos. Thank you, YouTube. And thanks to my sponsors, Sterling Watch. Have to mention them again. And again, the cool stuff that the Irish people send to the great Irish fans. Bullhorn players of the game. Still haven't gotten those batteries, Irish fans. We got to give Sean a Bullhorn player of the game. Sean Crawford. I'm going to give you some love. Julian Love, great game. Love that interception. Pick 6. Chase Claypool. Love the attitude. Love the competitive fervor. And Sam Mustipher, the pulling center from the Notre Dame Irish line. So those guys all get it. But I'll tell you what, starting something new here, Notre Dame update from the Jersey Shore. The game ball goes to the Swarm. That's what we call them. The Irish defense. The Swarm. Hey, going to be introducing 2 new features on Notre Dame update from the Jersey Shore moving forward. I'm excited about them. The first one is we're going to conduct live interviews, right? The people will be live. They may be here on set. They may be here on the phone, but they will come to you from their Irish heart one way or another. The first of this special feature from Notre Dame update at the Jersey Shore, we intend to have on Anthony Joseph Janik. That's right, the Notre Dame linebacker from Mount Carmel High School, Chicago, Illinois. Anthony played for Coach Jerry Faust and was a member of the '85 Irish graduating class. I'm going to ask him a few questions about not only his time there, his perspective of this team, and some other deep and insightful Jersey Shore questions. Anthony went on to have a career with the Bills and Dolphins. Little time in the NFL. We should all be so lucky. I mean, it's every kid's American dream. So, Anthony, we look forward to having you on the show in either next week's version or the following week based on your schedule. After that, you'll tune in week to week to find out what former Notre Dame football player we'll be featuring. Part 2 of the new series of events that will happen in the Jersey Shore update is going to be our questions for Jersey Shore. Now, we want to keep them football, we want to keep them Irish, but I'll tell you what, we're open to a lot of questions. We raise 2-star athletes here. You want to talk about recruiting, you want to talk about travel ball, you want to get some insights on athletics in general. That's what we're here to do. Shout-outs before we get to the meat of our program. Mac Harrer, Lake Zurich, Illinois, and Mac's 4 kids. Thanks for the kind letters. We appreciate your fandom. And Jeff from Venice Beach. You sent us a set of doilies. I love to put new things on the set, but doilies, we appreciate the thought. It's just it doesn't fit our repartee. Now let me move on to this Miami of Ohio team coached by Chuck Martin, former Notre Dame offensive line coach. He's got an interesting team. Right now, they're 2-2 with wins against Central Michigan and Austin. I got to take a pee. We also have them with losses against Marshall, and Cincinnati. That was the homecoming game there for Cincinnati. Their quarterback, Ragland, is a redshirt junior. Couple interesting numbers on him. 117 passes so far this season, 8 TDs, only 2 interceptions. That's good work. The kid's averaging 220 yards per game. He's a little undersized. Their running backs are beat up. they've got one kid at wide receiver we have to keep our eye on. Let's move forward to Saturday's game, give you some real numbers. 5 p.m. game, kind of an unusual time, but I like it. It's the middle of the middle of the middle. Chuck Martin, I mentioned, I wish he wasn't the coach of this team because right now I'll tell you I'd be predicting a 45-0 Irish win. But let me give you some numbers and I'll get to the final prediction. Here we go. Wimbush will his passing percentage will be 62% or above. Josh, 120 yards on the ground. TJ, 60 on the ground, more in the air. And our boy Dion McIntyre, who's coming to the rescue, 40-plus yards on the ground. We're going to have more than 200 yards. It's going to be spread out. We're going to give Josh some time off, somewhere in that 80 to 120 point, especially if the game's well in hand. Our wide receivers, what do I predict there? Elise, how they going to cover you? Huge game, 6 catches, 120. EQ, 4 catches, over 100. And welcome back, Cotter. No, welcome back, Kevin Stefferson. White can't wait to see you back. Your speed, we're putting you in for a touchdown Jersey Shore prediction. And then in my mind, I'm going to Carolina. And I'll tell you what, that game next week, beating Carolina, I get a little extra selfish good feel, and I'll tell you what it's all about. There was a recruitment a few years ago that didn't go our way. The kid signed with Notre Dame. He changed his mind. He went to Carolina. Still bothers me. Here we go. Final score. Jersey Shore, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 45. Sticking with that. But I think those Miami of Ohio, I think they're the Red Hawks. Put them down for 13 points. It's a big Irish win. We're glad you tuned in. Tune in next week for those 2 special features. Anthony, Tony, Virjanic will be with us on set. I hope the invitation's out. And number 2, your questions. Send them into the Yahoo, come on, get this right. The YouTube email, put in a message, or contact me directly, but put Irish or Notre Dame in the subject line. I get a ton of emails. Send it to Mencken, just like Mencken Mania. That's what you're watching. MAHNKEN 713 at AOL. Send it along. We'll sing you a song. Thanks for tuning in.